Not far from Indian Wells is the Joshua Tree National Park, a place of serene natural beauty, a huge draw for tourists to the area and inspiration for generations of artists, all a world away from what promised to be the busiest day of top-class tennis at the BNP Paribas Open so far this week. In their earliest tournament meeting in over a decade, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal headlined Stadium 1, and the Swiss maestro was quick out of the blocks in the first set.
Stop it! That's extraordinary.
Federer was rolling back the years into set 2 with an early break. This match was only going one way.
Oh, even the return into the body is proven effective. It's in. What a way to finish. What a performance from Roger Federer.
If Novak Djokovic was to win a fourth successive title in Indian Wells, the 2017 campaign would certainly be the most impressive. Next for the defending champ was Nick Kyrgios. The Aussie was cruising in set 1 after an early break. The 15th seed knocked Djokovic out of Acapulco the previous tournament and seemed to have the world number 2 right where he wanted him in this encounter too.
Saving his best when it really matters, Kyrgios.
In set 2, the Serb was keeping pace throughout, but required some vintage Djokovic to utilise some fine margins and edge towards a tiebreak.
Got it, yeah.
But in the breaker, the Aussie number 1, who knows no such feelings of pressure, threw in a second serve ace to keep hold of his advantage.
You are kidding me.
The match soon followed, all this without facing a break point from arguably the greatest returner in tennis history.
Nick Kyrgios makes it 2 in a row against Novak Djokovic.
On Stadium Court 2, Pablo Cuevas advanced to his first ever Masters 1000 quarter-final after the Uruguayan number 1 saw off last year's semi-finalist David Goffin in 3 sets. Kei Nishikori has wasted little time on court so far this tournament. His match against Donald Young was no exception, although the 4th seed did need to battle back from a 4-1 deficit in the second set. Last American standing, Jack Sock made heavy work of his match with surprise package Malek Jaziri. The US number 1 now unbeaten in 7 matches on home soil. Sneaking under the radar into the quarterfinals was Pablo Carreño Busta. The Spanish number 3 ended the impressive run of qualifier Dusan Lajovic to set up a last 8 meeting with Pablo Cuevas. Stan Wawrinka took to Stadium 2 for the first time this tournament, and the Swiss number 1 wasn't at the races in set 1 against Yoshito Nishioka. A sharp upturn in quality and consistency from Stan in the second set meant the 3rd seed was on the verge of levelling the match.
Some interesting points.
It went to a decider, and after serving for the win twice, Nishioka couldn't quite make it over the line, at which point Wawrinka took full advantage in the tiebreak.
Oh, Wawrinka punishing ground strokes.
Stan through by the skin of his teeth to the quarterfinals.
It is Stan Wawrinka, the 3rd-ranked player in the world, standing strong and moving into the quarters.
The last quarter-final berth up for grabs would be contested by Dominic Thiem and Gael Monfils under the lights of Stadium 1, and it was the Austrian who took a stranglehold of the first set.
Monfils just seemed to switch off.
Despite trailing, the flamboyant Frenchman never lost the inclination to entertain.
Come on. That is vintage Monfils.
Thiem took the opener and was equally as dominant in the second. It was only a matter of time for the 8th seed.
Dominic Thiem moves through to the last 8 here in Indian Wells.
So, after a busy day at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, the quarter-final lineup is set, with the first 2 of our last 8 clashes set for play on Thursday.